I like to shake it up. Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Kimball's Corner, where we're nothing but professional here. This is a little guide. We're putting it off to the side.
That rhymes with snide.
Okay.
Kimball.
So, it's been a couple of weeks. So, yes.
You only missed 1 week. You sound like it's been a year.
But I mean, it's been 2 weeks since we've actually been on a live.
That's true.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everyone.
So, yeah, last Saturday, washing my face, as one does on occasion, and my eyelid hurt. And I was like, of course it's a sty. And I was like, that's fine. They usually take a couple days to, be gross.
It hurt right here. Right here is where it hurt.
Yes. And about 4:30 the next day, I was like, I'm going to try and draw. So I started drawing, before the live, so I could loosen up. And my eye was just watering and it was super itchy and irritated. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. So that's when I decided to cancel last week's live.
And then it got pussy and then it looked like that.
That's disgusting.
Okay, well.
But yeah, no, around 7:30, I was like, oh my God, super glad I didn't go live because it was gross.
And then 5 minutes before this live, he's like, my lower eyelid really hurts. So now his lower eyelid hurts.
And it's turning pink. So, it's making the rounds.
Kimball,
Whatever.
before we get into it.
There is no snack. So moving on.
Not true. I'm having chocolate oatmeal.
That is not a snack. That is a punishment.
Okay, great.
For my snack, I put a little sugar-free vanilla syrup in my coffee.
Yum, yum. Trisha, Denise, Catherine, Jenna, and Andrea say hi. And Hearts Family Art.
Hi, and welcome.
Hearts Family Art says, hey, Kimball, I see you have some stamps there. Check out Anna Griffin Treasury Stamps on YouTube.
Okay.
Just got them, and how fun are they? She has an awesome line of dies and
fun.
Stamps. Fun to get into. Speaking of crafty things.
We went to Craftorama at the Alexandra Palace.
Here's the proof.
I was there.
We don't know the old lady in the back, but there was lots of them.
Which one are we talking about?
It was fun.
It's like my kind of jam.
It was in North London. What was the place called?
Alexandra Palace. I already said.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be huge because I'm used to comic conventions, and I was kind of feeling it would have somewhat of that vibe.
Well, because it kind of was, but if you cut it in I don't know.
But it was tiny compared to the conventions that I went to.
Yeah, but the building's huge, so I was expecting a much larger area.
But at the same time, comic conventions sell big old posters and stuff, so you need a lot of space. Whereas these are stamps and stencils and dies and papers, so they're all smaller. So
did you buy anything interesting?
Yes, I did. I'm glad you were like, I'm sick of Kimball talking. So we'll start with this. I got a nice little pencil tin. Very cute, from Zara Tarani, I'm not sure. But she did an actual painting of this and then had some prints and put on some different things. But it's a nice little tin. And I like to put my pencils, I have Jane's pencils in this tin. So I'll find something to put in this one. I like to have little sets that I can just move around easily.
Sadie says, hiya, I'm so glad I set the timer. This time I'm tired of missing you guys.
Yeah, tired of missing you too.
Trisha says, ooh, I like that tin heart.
Oh yeah, that's lovely. And then I got some stamps of just buildings because I don't do buildings. So there's that one. It's a little castle. I kind of want to do some they're off in the distance with a sunset and stuff. I don't do these things. So this will be fun. If all else fails, I have some cute stamps. I wonder if you can see them better on the back. I don't know. Anyway, got those.
Cute.
They're just little cottagey fairy tale houses. And the brand is Nellie's Choice.
Oh, well, I can see why you got it then.
I know why I was drawn to that. Hey.
Oh, Lord.
And then I got some large ones. Picture this. Oh, my God.
My God. Everything's gay tonight.
I know, right? Creative endeavors. We're not saying this is gay, by the way. We're talking about us watching Golden Girls because that's what we do. And Sophie is always picture this. Anyway, picture this.
Yes, he says, hello, lovelies. And then she put a lot of hearts.
Hi, aw. Feeling love. But these are just some houses. I thought they'd be fun to do as a set or on their own, whatever. I just don't want to draw houses, but I like to color them and try to do some scenery around them. Obviously, I can use my own inks and try to draw some trees and stuff.
I can't believe I was so overwhelmed with stimulus being there that I didn't notice the Nelly or the picture of this.
Well, that's you not paying attention.
All right, Kimball.
This is when you think I'm not funny, but then you watch me on film later and you're like, oh my God, Kimball, you're hilarious. And
no, I do think you're funny all the time.
I know, all the That's a lie.
All the time, Kimball.
When I watch you cook, and I'm like, why are you doing that?
Get judgy.
Okay, so I'm gonna use this stencil. You can kind of see it. Oh.
Everyone uses 4 cups of cilantro with their chicken, right?
Yeah, Rocky's gross. Okay. I planned this out last week. Forgot what I was gonna do. Looked at it today and was like, yeah, sure, let's go with that. So we're going to draw her on here. Then we're going to take some of the gesso or whatever paint you want to use and just slapdash it because we don't care. And then I'm going to give her a turtleneck. I have to remember to like not draw her neck and give her a turtleneck because I'm trying to draw my character. And she wears one of these cute hats. I don't know. They have multiple names, but that cute hat is what she likes to wear. So I'm going to draw her in that. Hopefully I won't forget buttons and stuff.
Everyone, don't let Kimball forget the buttons.
Button. Who got the... Well, that's the stamping part. So hopefully I don't forget. So I'm going to give her a button out of that, an earring out of that. And then I'm thinking of like, she wears like black turtlenecks all the time, but for the hat and the turtleneck, I kind of want them to be see-through. So I'm going to just do like a dark blue watered down acrylic and, do that jam. Then I'm going to try and first I'm going to try with my paint marker pen thingy, musical marker, and just like scribble on the stamp and then stamp it because I lost my gold stamp pad. Yes, I'm upset about it. I don't know where it is.
But you're so organized.
Well, I haven't seen it since we moved.
Oh, blame it on the movers.
No, it's just...
It's somewhere.
Because I kept the gold and silver one separate, and the silver one's missing too. And the refills. So whatever. They're here somewhere probably. Anyway, they're these ones, and like you just do your own thing. Whatever.
You'll find them when you don't need them.
Whatever. I'm going to use this here pencil. These are so pretty looking. I'm just saying. Like, I know there's other pencils like this, and yes, they're all pretty. I like that. And I like that it's not... Do you ever get like super glossy pencils and it's like when you're trying to sharpen or something, especially when they get shorter and they're like slippery? I hate that. And I have lots of pencils like that, but whatever. It's just a big day of whatever right now. I'm taking a sip of my
Kimball
coffee.
hates that.
Yeah.
Kimball, can we talk about the fact that I got up around, I don't know, I got up early this morning, went downstairs. First thing we did was like, hey, let's watch Alien.
Oh my God.
I was like...
Finished it before like, what, 9:30 a.m.?
Yeah, it was so early. It was like normally the time I would get up. I was like, we just finished Alien.
Okay, but real quick, I'm not going to draw all the details right now. Like, we're going to go very like, yeah, there's an eye. Eyebrow. The reason I'm doing this is because I just need the location of stuff because then I'm going to do like the slapdash technique over this. And then I'll come back over with the stencil again and get more detailed, like the facial features and stuff in there.
Perfect. Why did no one tell us that Alien is really just the story about the ultimate cat lady?
Oh my God, it was so funny.
Like, literally. It's like she just wanted to save the cat.
She had her priorities in order. I'm like, also,
is it just me?
The story of just men
making poor decisions, yes.
And then not taking responsibility for it. Oh.
Men and robots.
Yeah, well, I'm sure some man programmed it.
I mean, it was kind of like accurate in a way. I was like, okay, this is kind of believable, actually.
Okay, so...
You don't need her neck there, I'm assuming.
No, because I'm going to add a turtleneck.
Okay.
And I don't want it swooping as much because Moxie Joe is not that agile.
Sadie says, oh no, gold is the best. I'm in the middle of moving myself, so I know how it goes.
Yeah, it's weird when you have movers, though. Like, I'm like, don't touch my stuff, but also pack everything. And don't break anything. Let's see. So her neck is here-ish. I say. And it can just like fade out to the bottom. And then...
Why don't you just fade away?
Why don't you just fade away? Turtleneck. Some wrinkles in that turtleneck. Or roll necks, as I hear people call them here.
I tried wearing turtlenecks when I was a little kid, and I was like, I don't know why I felt like it was so not me.
Yeah, it's not really... I don't see that as your vibe.
What is my vibe, Kimball? How would you describe my vibe?
Really boring colors and V-necks, Rocky. I mean, I have to kind of make you get some colorful stuff. You do better now. But there were times.
Jenna asks,
yes.
What's everyone been up to?
Well, that's not really directed at me, but whatever.
Well, you are everyone as well. You're included in that.
I haven't been up to much.
What was it like missing last week?
You know, it was kind of nice just because my eyeball was disgusting. And I was like, well, it's like getting a day off of work, I guess. You just do whatever, except for it's just in the evening. And I work 1 hour a week. I'm exhausted. Okay, so this hat, I'm going to lower the eyebrow. Well, my girl wears glasses.
My girl.
Talking about
My girl.
Again, don't need to get too caught up in the details just yet. But glasses, there's an ear over there. I've been into like drawing my characters with like sticky outy ears because I think they're cute. Okay, so hat. You're a hat now. You come around this way. Sketch it up there. Oh, I drew much higher than on the photo, but that's fine. We're fine with that.
You could be off kilter a bit.
Yeah, do whatever.
Just make it a bucket hat. Call it good.
My God. Bucket hat.
I also wore bucket hat when I was a little kid. Also not my vibe.
I borrowed it and I was like, what am I doing with my life?
Was it the white one?
I think it was like navy, or it was like denim on one side and then like beige on the other, and it had like a stripe that ran around them.
Ew.
That's you. I was like, this is so cute. I'm wearing its Rockies, and I'm like, what the hell was I thinking?
Fashion.
Victim.
Janine says, I was worried about last week.
I'm all right. I'm all right, darling. It was just gross.
You're gross.
You know, and plus I was just like in a mood because nobody's like in a happy place when their eyeball or eyelid is swollen and nastilish.
I got a sty once and it lasted a year. It was really annoying.
Yeah. Just like,
I remember I went to the doctor. I was like, oh no, it's gotta go. And he's like, oh no, you just need to let it go naturally. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, how long is that going to take? And he's like, sometimes they don't go away. I was like, cut it with flames.
You're like, stab it.
Burn it.
We're done with that, okay?
Yeah, sorry.
Burn it. Okay. Should I give her straight hair like that, or should I give it like some texture? I think I'm gonna. She has bangs too, but I don't really want to draw her bangs.
Is it because you don't like bangs?
I do like bangs, but not when they're under a hat. So I'm just, they're side swept bangs now. And then her hair can kind of curl like this. For the most part, it's straight, and we'll have it come up like that. Yeah, let's do that.
What has everybody been up to this week? Anything fun? Tell us on the live stream.
Also, Alexander Palace, like that, it's a whole like park area. Very pretty. Nice grounds. We went to a place called Food something. Very delicious.
Oh my gosh, it was so good. Very
delicious. Yes, indeed.
Was it Food Kitchen?
I thought it was like Food Market, Food Mart, Food.
Here, I'll look it up. It's probably one of the last things I searched.
Food was like in the title, and they served food, and it was good.
Wow. Food room.
Food room.
That makes sense because it literally was just a room.
It was probably the size of this room.
How long did we wait for that meal? How long before we were in and out? I think it was
took
2.5 hours.
I'd say about 30 minutes to get inside, roughly. And then I'd say about another 30 minutes before we got our food.
I think there were only 6 tables total. It was a very small room. Like, she literally was making lattes right by her table.
Yeah, there was one server and one cook working that day.
Yeah, so they were a bit behind. But the food, we went there because it was 4.9 stars out of, like, I don't know, 300 and something reviews. And I was like, oh, well, we need to go.
Because that's who we are.
It was so good.
It was very delicious.
And if you see 4.9 and there's over 100 reviews, just try it.
We had 5 lattes between the two of us.
Yeah, we were just like winking.
Yeah, you were. And then I had pistachio banana bread French toast, and Rocky had this focaccia with like these stewed vegetables on the top. Oh my God. It was like the best lasagna bolognese flavored focaccia deliciousness.
It had ricotta and like pesto. And then I wanted scrambled eggs on top of it. And she's like, oh no, we're really behind, so we can't like just add things.
Like she didn't want.
And I was like,
she didn't want to have to like complicate things with like a special order, so he had to just order eggs.
I was like,
on the side.
Can I just get scrambled eggs on the side then?
And
she's like, okay. So they had to make more food, but anyway. And then they brought rye bread out with it, which I didn't think I liked red.
I don't think it was rye. It was good. Rye doesn't fly with me usually.
Rye rhymes with die.
Yeah. That's how I felt.
Jenna says, mostly just work this week. Did some sewing today. I sewed a sleeve for the first time.
Ooh, that's always fun.
Congratulations.
I don't know how my mom's a seamstress, like a professional seamstress. She's been sewing since she was 14. That's a long time. I don't know how she does the thing that she does. Like her specialty is like ripping apart complicated wedding dresses and then like making them fit people. whatever. I'm like, what is this wizardry?
Oh, Andrea said something and then she retracted her message. What
Yeah.
was it? What was it?
Well, she was going to talk about you and how
Oh,
she's
well.
disappointed again.
True.
That you've let us all down.
All
right.
Sadie
So-
says she's been packing and then she says, oh my God, yum.
Talking about me again. Stop.
Trisha made apple crumble today.
Yum.
That was nice. Not much art this week, but I have been letting the cat in and out of the house a lot this week. She's not sure about snow and stayed out for about 36.
Oh, that sounds like a fun evening.
What, 36?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Well, it's kind of slapdashy. Slapdash with a little bit of thought behind it. Also, I'm just adding a lot more colors than I normally do. Because why not?
Sorry, that was my yawn.
That is what it was, yes. Got too much purple in there. I didn't want purple on her nose.
I was at work Monday of last week, and someone I was working with was like, you verbalize everything, don't you? And then I like bent over less than a minute later. I was like, oh!
You're like, yes, is that a problem?
Oh, it's not a problem for me. Jenna says, last weekend, I did some gardening. I bought a blackberry plant, and a neighbor gave me some cuttings of their elderberry plant.
Ooh, lovely.
And now the blackberry is not lonely anymore because it's got the elderberry, which is wise beyond its years.
Okay, there's a whole story happening. I always pull out like way more paint than I think I actually need. I guess it's always a little different when you're not painting, but just slapdash painting. Does she look like a mummy?
Mm.
Let's give her some highlights.
Andrea says, I was having lunch with my husband and son and saw your post going live soon. I yelled, pack up your food now. Let's go. I need to get home.
Yeah, girl. That's priority.
A
right
little
there.
rude, but she made it in time.
I don't think it's. I mean, rude that you're late to the party. I'm just kidding. That's hilarious. I love it.
I just picture like your husband and your son sitting there with their arms folded, like watching the TV with you.
Well, art's good for everybody.
If you let it into your soul.
Yeah. All right. Have I dilly-dallied?
What is this? What's happening? What is this technique?
It's the slappy dash.
Slapdash.
All right. And then I want to add just a couple of brighter spots for her eyeballs. Moxie has like coffee colored eyes. I didn't really have any coffee colored paint. But the background's orange, so that'll work.
Andrea says, my kitties watch with me. Oh. What are the kitties' names? We miss having a kitty until we have to do something or go somewhere.
I know. I'm not sure where the stencil is. Where is the stencil?
Where did it go?
Oh, it's right next to me. Where are my glasses? I was just seeing where the whites of her eyes were. I guess it doesn't really matter.
Sadie says her kitties are there with her too, but they're sound asleep until Rocky makes a loud noise.
Well, Alexa, play Aerosmith.
Wow. Aerosmith,
I
that's
don't
what
know.
you went with?
I don't know. What would you have gone with?
Andrea says named after bourbon.
Well, not
We
gonna know that either.
don't know alcohol.
Bourbon.
We don't
Who
smoke.
dat?
We don't drink. What do we do?
All right. I think that's fine, right? Are we fine with that?
Yeah. What was I saying earlier? Wasn't I talking to you about something and something about?
I don't know. I also watched Fly the Navigator. It was a Nancy Cartwright kind of week, apparently. I remembered that movie differently from when I watched as a child. Didn't recall any of the time travel stuff. I'm just looking for
Was it like one of Sarah Jessica Parker's first movies?
one of them. I need to turn around.
Weren't we talking about something earlier today? And I said something about weed, but it wasn't like marijuana. It was like
Just pot.
Oh, pot. We were talking about pots. And you thought I was talking about...
Yeah, your friend was like, oh, you're like, don't forget to take, or don't
all
forget
your
to leave
stuff
something.
with you, yeah.
You're like, leave something behind so you can come back.
And then I got a message saying, I left my pot.
And then I was like, I guess at least he's honest. And Rocky's like, no, his cooking pan. I was like, oh, that makes so much more sense. Oh, that's pretty. We'll do something with that later. Not today. Yeah, that could probably go in the trash now. It's been like used a few times. Set that aside, and we're drawing. I pulled out all the colored pencils. I didn't know what I was going to use today.
Sadie says, wow, I haven't heard that movie mentioned in a million years. Loved that as a kid.
Flight on the Navigator?
Yeah.
Or Alien. Alien, 1979.
Oh my gosh. Remember you were bringing up in Flight of the Navigator how Paul Rubens has like Pee Wee
plays the
Herman's
voice of the Navigator? Yeah. Or it's the ship. I was like, oh my God.
But only
like,
occasionally, right? Not the whole time.
Yeah. For like the whole middle section. Also, like, they could have cut out probably 30 minutes of that movie of them literally just showing like footage of like, it was just of them flying over the planet. Like,
was it really 30 minutes?
Off and on, yeah. Like, it was just like, magic, look at the wonders of the world. And I was like, okay, whatever. Same with like Alien. There were some just weird shots that they held a little too long, like just the back of the spaceship just sitting there for like 6 seconds.
I'm just so used to movies moving so quickly.
Right.
We were watching Alien, and I was like, a half hour in, I was like, what is happening? They're still waking up.
Well, even when I started rewatching like the original Star Wars, I was like, wow, this was 2 hours of them like going on a walk, basically. Which it's fine. But like
our attention spans are just different.
Well, I was gonna say you can tell like today's movies, the expansion pack. Oh my God. The attention spans are gone.
For sure.
Back. Wow. What am I doing tonight? I don't know. I mean, it's hard for me to even read a book anymore, which is really sad because I used to read constantly. I might read Cry to Heaven again.
That was a really good book.
I know. Okay, so now we're going to do a little more detail. So this will take a little bit of time. Not too much, but a little bit.
You know what a really good book is, if you guys are into it, is...
if you like this book, it's a really good one.
What is it called? Oh, Lamb.
I didn't read it.
It is so funny. It's a story about this guy, Biff, who played Jesus Christ's best friend as a kid. And like this angel wakes him up to interview him because they want to know like the real story about Jesus. But
the story's like Jesus before, like when he was a teen.
Yeah. As he was growing up. So it was like his best friend is in childhood. And like Biff is basically like an outcast, or not an outcast, but he's just kind of like a rebel or whatever.
Bad boy.
And so it's like the dichotomy between like Jesus being a goody two shoes and him being like the bad kid or whatever. It's so funny. If you guys are into that type of novel, I highly recommend it. I feel like I want to reread it.
Yeah. I should reread Fairy Tale. That was a good one. It's like a dark... If you like fairy tale books, it's by... I've forgotten his name. Anyway, it's just called Fairy Tale, and it's like a dark fairy tale, if you will. I moved the thing a little bit because I'm adjusting her lips, and we're fine with that.
When was the last time we read books? I feel like I haven't read them since I started home tour.
I read a lot while you're on home tour just because in the hotels for a couple hours. True. But like, yeah, I haven't read a book in a very long time.
I feel like it's been at least 6 years since I've read a book.
That's really sad.
It is really sad. Maybe 5. Oh no! I read Lamb at the Baltimore House.
You read that emotional book.
Emotional intelligence? I don't think that really counts. I mean, I guess.
It's a book. You read it. It has pages.
It's words on a page.
That's right. I read the menu at the restaurant.
Emotional intelligence.
I'm going to lower her eyebrow a little bit. Hopefully that looks okay.
I always wonder, like, sometimes I sit back, I just like picture people watching this, like their reaction is like their face of like reacting to the things we're talking about.
I know sometimes we talk about gross things, and that's fine, that's life. But then I'm like, how do other people feel about that?
Whatever.
You know what you're getting into. It's Kimball's Corner. We talk about stuff.
Jenna says Audible has been my friend for books.
I don't know if I could pay attention to like somebody reading a book to me, but I'm not opposed to. No, I don't know. I don't think I think I like the
tactile.
Yes, the smell of a good book. You know what I mean? I'm making them all look much older than they really are. Maybe it's because she usually has like really chunky glasses, and I'm like giving her less chunky. What else did we do? I mean, it's been 2 weeks. What did we do at your work? Why did we go in there?
I
can't remember.
Why did you go in?
I don't remember. I think it's just because I was with you. And you had
I don't know. I had so many packages and like food and
right. You had a bunch of stuff to drop off, and I think I just went in with you.
I don't know. Work.
Oh, you had to set up lighting and stuff.
Oh yes.
And then it ended up being a whole thing with like cleaning and yeah.
I'm tired thinking about it.
Well, you get to do it all again tomorrow.
Yeah, Mondays.
All right. Just bless you. Nasty.
Excuse me, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you should be. You should be real sorry. All right. Not too much detail on the hair yet, because I do want to add. You know what I do want to do? I want to add the color first, but I want to erase this as much as I can. Color pencil erases on paint, and that's nice. Clean up anything else. This is all.
Jenna says she was that way with audiobooks until about last year. She can't sew, art, and read at the same time, so she's converted to audiobooks.
Well, that's just lazy, Jenna.
It's not lazy. It's wonderful, Jenna. You're special, obviously. And everyone loves you.
She's doing a million things at once. I was joking. Jeez, you're so mean to me. Okay, let's get down to business. I used to all the time. Wait, that thing I threw away. I need you back.
You were just singing that before the live started.
Was it the same song?
Or no, it was like, I'll make a man out of you or whatever.
Mm-hmm. No, that is right. That is right.
I picture someone singing that to you in real life. Like, I'll make a man out of you. And you're just like laughing at them.
You don't tell what to do. Train of thought. Where are you? Found it.
Oh my God. I was working with a food stylist last week and they were saying something to me. And I'm just like really obnoxious around new people just because I'm like, you need to know color. Okay. Anyway. So he was saying something to me and he said something casually that was kind of like direct, like to do something. And I was like, don't tell me what to do. And he laughed so loud. I was like very surprised, but he like thought that was the funniest thing. Anyway.
You're working with the right people.
For sure. It's funny because like usually when you start working with new people, they're like pretty guarded because they want to, I don't know. I think a lot of it's like, they don't know like what the vibe's going to be or
especially
whatever.
With you, crazy one.
Well, I'm very much like, of the mind of like, you just be yourself right away.
Right.
And let the cards fall where they were. So anyway.
Where they may.
So that's how I roll. It's worked out so far. There's still time.
There is.
I'm just like, we live such short lives and spend so much time at work that I just refuse not to be myself. It's just
also
not
make work fun.
Yes, exactly.
Like if you have to be there all day and you have the like opportunity to make it fun, make it fun.
That's my theme. Red and wild is their theme. Sorry, I just like have to throw in random references for movies that I know.
I mean, who doesn't love Tu Wong Fu?
I was talking to our photographer about I don't know, we were talking about Robin Williams at some point. He was saying he used to live in a city near San Francisco. It was like across the Golden Gate Bridge, basically. And I guess he used to ride his bike a lot. And he was saying that if you like rode a specific route and could catch up to
Valley
him,
and Sonoma up there.
Yeah, but if you could like catch up to him on his bike route, he would just like shoot the breeze with you while he was riding his bike.
Yeah. I can believe that.
It's kind of a fun notion.
Oh my God, I want to get Jane's new brushes. That's all I'll talk about, Jane, I swear. Except for all the products that I'm using right now. Whatever, I do what I want. I want this to be waterier. Like, I don't want to, like, really see the strokes. I want to see, like, puddles and weird mixture and blah, blah, blah. I wonder why I always use this flat brush for acrylics.
You're familiar. It's like a friend.
I guess. I mean, I always use my pointed one for watercolors. And I think this was the only one I had at the time. I bought it, or it came with like one of the paints that I bought, like paint packs. I mean, I have so much more paint. Her hair's kind of boring.
There it is.
There it is. What?
Whoop. There it is.
Well, there it is. It was looking a little too stiff.
So I'm playing a video game.
You sure are. You're having
And
fun.
whenever I play video games, there's always, not always, but oftentimes you'll find a way to like break through the confines of the actual game into like the undercroft of like the background of what's happening. I don't know how to describe it other than that. If you play games, you know what I'm talking about.
You go inside the mountain, or you'll go inside like the walls on accident.
Yeah,
like,
and then
you're not
just
meant to be there.
Then you see like what the programmers didn't intend you to see. So I don't know why I find it fascinating just to like.
He sure does, folks. Hours on end. Oh, where does this place go that leads to nowhere? I mean, have you been able to accomplish anything?
Yes, I have satisfied my curiosity. I've been entertained.
I guess the game's doing its job.
Yes.
In its own.
You know what? Miley Cyrus said it well when she said it's the climb.
I don't know how she feels about it. Sorry, I'm just smearing that leftover paint back on that page with the other stuff.
Which looks like ketchup. Yum yums.
Ketchupy yum yum yums. All right, now we're going to go with the blue. Let's give it a little dry just because. She's really coming together. Slowly but surely.
She's got quite a bit of liquefy up here. You can see it right there.
Oh, hell yeah. Did it just bleed into the hat?
It's getting there. It's drying.
I like how you can just take like a stencil. I was talking about this when we were at Craftorama, how I was looking at all these different stamps, and I'm like, 1,000 people could buy the exact same stamp. And sure, maybe most will make it look similar, but like that one stamp becomes so many different things. Like this one stencil, I'm sure there's thousands upon thousands of people that own it. And it's like, how many different characters has it become? I don't know, but I find that fascinating. I mean, I've used this stamp probably 3 or 4 times, but I don't think you would really know looking at the pieces next to each other. Well, maybe. I don't know. All right. Doing the same idea with the blue. Okay, that's going to probably be like really strong, so it's just a little more quiet.
Trisha says, I have just had to watch 2 adverts for on your channel. Ka-ching, Kimball.
Oh, baby. I'm going to pay.
You make that fraction of a penny.
I know. I feel like I'm making less money since I moved.
Oh.
Like the views and everything are all the same, but yeah, I'm only bringing in about 100 a year. So
look out.
Well,
don't make too much. You have to file taxes.
I know.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
That is the truth. I ain't mad at it. I've had people tell me to do a Patreon, and I just don't think I want to. Like, no.
You want to know why?
What, are you asking me why I want to know why? Don't I know why? Because I'm me.
Because the minute it feels like work.
That's true. That is true. But also just...
Trisha says, okay, I'll watch some more.
Oh, thanks. I used to tell people not to give me money, and I'm like, you know what? Who am I to tell you what to do with your hard-earned cash? It just felt weird. Oh my gosh. I was going to talk about how I get really emotional when people do nice things. And then I was like, oh wait, speaking of emotional, I was watching some clips from 17 doing. They have this thing called Carrot Land, and it's basically like a more intimate concert that they do with their fans. And so they do a lot of performances. They do some skits and a lot of talking and chatting with the fans. And there's a song called Circles, and it's about kind of just going full circle. I really don't know the full meaning of it. Rocky Dio.
It's kind of a somber song.
It's
It
about,
says like they're going to be there for each other.
And it's talking about like the clocks of a hand, like go in a circle, and
they had like there was some death like from family members in the group. So anyway, it's like an emotional song for them.
It was really, really sad. I was like, oh my god, like they were just bawling on stage. I was like, oh my god, because I mean, there's 13 of them, and their families, all of their families are like each other's family. Like they all know each other's family. They hang out with each other, so it's.
And also, they've just been through so much. They debuted when they were like, I think the youngest one was 16, so they were quite young.
Yeah, and I mean, they've been training since they were like 13.
Yeah,
like they were teenagers. Like that's insane. That is so intense. I remember Song Kwan was like talking to the manager. She's like, "Why can't we go? Why can't we go? We're ready. We're ready for like I can't remember what he was saying, but the manager was like, "Yeah, but are you ready for?" Oh, he was saying like, "We're ready. Like we can dance, we can sing, we can do it." He's like, "Yeah, but are you ready for the amount of like attention you're about to get? Like, are you ready for the love and admiration? Are you ready for the crazies? Are you, like, there's a lot that goes into it." And that was a very good point. And then Sung Kwan was like, okay, good point. And it's just funny, like, I don't think about that. I wouldn't have thought about that. Like, yeah, I'm ready. Bring it. What you doing, Rocky?
I was reading the lyrics.
It
says, "Where am I going? What are you watching for? When I'm crying, I go to the skies closer. No one can see my tears." This is like a weird translation because it's from Korean. So many days.
There's like a little bit of a better one. Like you can tell like one's kind of like a Google translation, and then one's more like. I read one that somebody actually that speaks Korean and English, but yeah, it's roughly the same. But it was a better. Also, no shading on this. We're just whatevering. We'll make it look like we shaded it a little.
Circles is a song about holding up in the challenging moments of life through music and together with people who care about us.
Oh. And he has like a little kids choir singing in it too. It's so cute. Oh my god, I love them so much. They're such good people. Love good people.
It says, "Let's sing together to cover the sadness with powerful song. It's going to be okay, like the hands on the clock. They'll go in circles back to their place."
Yeah, I don't like that. Ooh, I could do like corduroy texture.
Oh my word. Shopping at the charity shop.
/ just some texture, because why not?
Look how it looks on the camera. It's like you can see the liquidy.
Oh yeah, it'll dry.
It doesn't look like that in person at all.
And then I'm going to... Oh, and the reason I'm using watered down acrylics, I was going to do inks originally, but they didn't stick as well, and they would lift a bunch. So the acrylics would just stick and not move.
Trisha asks,
yes.
Weren't you learning Korean? ? How's that going?
I stopped because I learned the alphabet, so I can read it very, 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 very slowly. But I thought the alphabet was super interesting, and like the class that I was taking, it was like, here's the alphabet, here's the sounds it makes, here's like this combination makes this sound, and this combination makes that sound. Just same with English, like how we have a lot of weird rules and stuff with our language. And then it just like jumped to like sentences and greetings, and I felt like I missed like a whole chapter. And I was like, you know what, that's fine. I'm not like living in Korea or anything. I just wanted to know some of the words, know how to read it, and just whatever. So now I can like look at the 17 songs and like sound it out in my head and like actually figure out how to say it. But it's just fun. I also want to learn the Thai alphabet, but like I'm kind of scared because that's a big one.
Kimball needs to prioritize what language we're learning because eventually we'll be moving somewhere. So it's like we need to figure out what language we need to learn before we go there.
We'll probably use one that uses like our same alphabet because our hearts are still kind of set on Italy, but there are still a lot of places that we need to visit. But I love all these like weird splotches that came through. I don't know if that was me like splashing water on accident or if that was from something else.
I think it's just where water was pooling a bit.
I like it. I meant to do that. I'm a professional. Nothing is my mistake over here.
Quotes.
All right, what color should I make her glasses? Probably just black. But now I'm going to get into the nitty gritty. I think I'm done with the painting portion. Make sure it's very dry. I don't want anything peeling up. It's like when the book gets warm, I can smell like the pages and just how ancient it is. I'm like, oh, it's old. All right. Oh, so gorgeous. You're so professional.
If you could start back at the age of 16 and this time you have to choose a completely different like life path and like career option, what would you choose?
Are you still in it? Are you allowed to be there?
Yes.
Okay, if we hadn't done the LA thing, I probably would have gone to school in Seattle.
Mm.
Because you could go to school there too.
Mm.
And then we could live a life of debt and working part-time to full-time jobs and making minimum wage and stressing about it.
Yay! I love this for us.
That's the dream. But
Andrea says, what paper is that on?
That is a very good question. It is just in this book. It's a very big book that I bought in Boston, Massachusetts. It's the Vermeer art book.
So it's just like cardstock paper type stuff. But
yes,
it happens to work very well for art.
Well, it's not this paper. This is cool to do watercolor on. It's like it's this paper, whatever this is. I don't know. It's kind of like slick and stuff. So I'm like coating it with gesso. So it has some nice tooth and I can work on it a little bit easier.
That's why the whole page is painted.
Yeah. But I leave like, you can still see some of the writing and stuff coming through there. All right. So yeah, I don't know. It's old book paper.
Money well spent.
Yes, I have colored pencils, and I'm not sure which ones I want to use. I always just go right to Prismacolors because I'm so familiar with them, but they're like harder and harder to find here. I'm sorry, they're impossible to find here. So
the place that you picked that book out from, that's the place where I asked the guy for scissors and I cut the arms off of my shirt. Yes. Remember that?
Yes, I do.
I was like, can I borrow your scissors? And he was like very confused. I was like, I just need to borrow them for a second.
And then he went outside. He's like,
yeah, he like very slowly handed them to me. I was like, just give me them.
So basically, I like this thing, like this pouchy thing, because I keep my swatches there. They're just tied in the back. And then I'm just putting this pencil away. And then I keep, well, after I tie it. Don't want to get sued by that. Food chain. Oh yeah, this goes around. Sorry. Singing and tying a knot. It's impossible.
By that food chain. God.
Anyway, then I keep my pencil sharpener right
Was
there.
that a square knot? Let me see it.
No, because I want to be able to untie it easily. I think I'm going to try the Derwents. I'm not sure if they have the right, if they don't have the right colors. They don't have a dark blue in there. It's a very like portraity set. There is, you know what? Let's just see. Excuse me. Okay, you go up here in the pencil, on the colored pencil shelf. I'm going to probably pull out these, but I want to see how the Derwents work on this paper.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Why can't I open it?
I'm just going to watch.
Why is everything so easy when nobody's looking, and then when somebody watches, it's like, 10, how do I do it? Yeah, these are also like gorgeous pencils.
How often do you use those?
These are from Trisha.
Is there light fast?
Yeah, well, they have like a light fast number on them, right? I don't know.
It says Derwent light fast.
100% light fast.
Wow.
So maybe that's why the color choices are a little more limited, because not all pigments are light fast. So a dark.
Some of them are light slow. Moving on.
I love you.
Thanks.
I love you so much.
Thanks, bro.
Dark bro.
Yeah, bro.
I love you a little less.
Ooh, I can smell those pencils.
But we're still there. It smells like wood. Dark turquoise. Where are you at? I had to organize them the way that I would like them, because that's who I am. And these are a little bit chunkier.
You mean the tips of them?
The whole barrel. So it doesn't fit in my Jane sharpener. Where's my other pencil sharpener?
Uh-oh. What are you going to do with your life?
Not get any help from you, that's for sure.
Here it is.
He's like right in front of you.
I have to let people, you know what? You have to suffer a little bit, okay?
Thank you.
Without suffering, there is no joy. I don't know, maybe.
I mean,
you're going to do that right over the painting?
It's just pencil.
Something going to happen.
What?
I don't know. You tell me.
All right.
Denise says, wow, the Derwents. Nice.
Oh, yeah, right. Gift from Trisha.
Thanks, Trisha.
We love her.
I'm trying to do a heart, but there we go.
If we didn't love her, we wouldn't have spent the entire day at her place.
True.
Like, we were legit supposed to pop by and be like, hey, here's the snack. Let's have some coffee. Bye. We ended up staying in like 10 hours or something. We're like, sorry, we're here eating all your food, but we love you and we're here now.
That'll teach you to invite us over. Actually, you didn't invite us. We just called and announced. But either way.
This is too light. It's almost the same color. I'm going to have to go with the darker. Which there isn't a darker one. I don't want to go black, but I will use the black for...
Can you use the teal?
That's what I just used.
No, this one.
It's too green.
Oh, okay.
But also it's lighter. But these aren't going away. They're just going to go off to the side for a second. And it does lay down very nicely on this. By the by.
Trisha says, it was such fun, though.
It was. It was a lovely day. And you have like an amazing garden, by the way. I'm terrible at gardening, and I'm scared of the bugs that come along with it. But love flowers and veggies, and just plants in general. But I can't keep them alive, so we don't have any.
You could. You choose not to.
No, we've tried numerous times. And I'm just like, I can't bring that suffering upon the poor little plants anymore. All right, looking for... Oh, I don't know how to pronounce these names. Nuit. It's Nuit.
I mean, it's night.
All right. Oh, in some language.
Bonne nuit.
Oh. French.
Uh-huh.
I'm always like, did I break the tip? But it's like just my chunky finger, and so it's like an optical illusion. But I'm like, I want it to be somewhat sharp, which is always like scary to do. Okay. How are we doing with this one? Bit better. Okay. So drawn out. Hey, still quite light though. I guess I don't need to do too much. Maybe I will have to go with the black.
Trisha says, I haven't used my set of Derwents yet. The garden is a bit of a mess at the moment, but the daffodils are just starting to flower.
Lovely. Hopefully, like, we're done with this whole, like, nice weather. Just kidding. Here comes, like, the snow and the frost.
The flowers, I'm sure, enjoy it so much. Last night, Kimball was like, oh, the clocks go back tonight because I guess it's the U.S.
the States one,
daylight savings time or whatever. And then we woke up this morning. I was like, why is it? And I was like, wow, it's really light early today. And then I realized that the daylight savings hadn't actually happened because it doesn't happen until the last day of March.
You're welcome.
But I still thought it was way bright. It was really bright this morning.
Day of March.
Last Sunday, sorry. But it was very bright this morning, very early for some reason. I don't know if it's just because the day's getting longer or what.
I thought there was going to be snow because, like, usually that's the case. Because there'll be, like, snow on the sun, not the sunroof, but the skylight. But
my brain has such a hard time comprehending, like, what happens when the daylight savings and what happens both ways around. Like, I have such a hard time being like, wait, so it's earlier, but, like, later. Like, so it's, like, brighter, longer.
You gain an hour, yeah. It's just always longer in the summer. Aren't they done though with the daylight savings in the States now?
I don't know.
I think they called it quits.
They voted to abolish it here in 2019 or something, and then they just stalled.
Well, in the EU, and then Brexit happened, so now that doesn't technically apply.
I think the EU stalled too. I think they're still doing it.
Right. I'm looking for this white to see if it will work. Excuse me. Oh, nice.
It just lightens things up a bit.
And it's like picking up the other blue color, which is nice. So it's not terribly stark.
Andrea says, they took an hour of my sleep. Sadie's all, I hate it.
Yeah. It never really bothered me. I'm just like, why? It's so not necessary. We don't need it. Although I say that, but like I remember in school, I'd get up an hour early and just go to the kitchen and be like, whatever, I'm up now.
I mean, the world could just decide not to do it.
It sure could.
I mean, like, even if the governments don't like say anything, the people could be like, nah, whatever, we're still doing it.
And then
or, like,
so
we're not
many
doing
people get fired. No, that's not going to happen. Why would it?
Sadie's like, it needs to go. Let's just mess up our circadian rhythm every year, twice.
That's what we live for.
I think what scares me the most is like the rate of heart attacks goes up like astronomically.
I feel like we've had this conversation before.
Yes, it's just creepy. I'm like, why?
You know,
We're such delicate beings.
someone's got to keep them doctors in business. Let's do a lighter blue. I'm looking all over now of all these pencil choices. Let's see. Does this light blue show up down here? Ooh, it sure does. That's nice.
It's really weird. So maybe a month ago, no,
backtrack.
it might have been like a month and a half, 2 months ago. I don't know. It was a while back. I was like laying in bed one night and I was just kind of like meditating, thinking about stuff. And I was like, you know what?
As one does.
In my world, I want there to be aliens. I was like, in my head, I was like, you know what? Over the next couple months, there's going to be a bunch of weird stuff happening. That's what I want in my world. And then like literally the next week is when all the floating objects were announced or whatever, and they were like shooting them down and they couldn't find them. And I was like, okay, well, whatever. It's just a coincidence.
You bring in the...
And then there was like
aliens.
some report about like how there could be a mothership like in our solar system releasing things. I mean, it's all just speculation, but still, I was like, oh yeah, bring it on.
It's so funny.
And they keep meditating. I need to be specific now though. Like, but they're peaceful.
I know, right? Like, rein it in, Rocky.
I'm so tired of like, oh, is it? Isn't it? I'm like, no, it is. It just is, and that's how it's going to be in my world.
Make it so.
Just get it over with. Come down here and make things more entertaining.
But like in a fun way.
Yeah, totally. Share the technology, endless power, governments crumble. Let's just live a happy life. That's all I want.
You're not asking for much.
Trisha says octopuses are definitely aliens.
I believe that. Same with spiders. Somebody once told me that there's no like why are spiders here? And they were just like saying how they probably came on an asteroid. And I was like, okay, well, I'm down with that. Creepy little things. Creepy little thing called
an asteroid from hell.
Basically. Where did this one come from?
I kind of like spiders now.
Oh, do you? Like
and cilantro.
This goes here. Yeah, see, you're gross. It's not that I dislike cilantro. I like it in salsa.
Cilantro and chicken dishes? Oh my gosh, so good. I don't know what I used to hate it. I used to I could not stand the taste of it. Didn't like limes.
Let's just throw in some other things. Limes, woof.
I didn't like, what else didn't I like? I don't know. There was a couple things. Anyway. Changed my opinion. I don't know if the coriander is just like better over here or what, but it just tastes so delicious.
You're really growing as a person, you know.
I don't know about that.
I
think my tongue's changing. I think your taste buds change every couple of years, like every 7 or 8 years or something. My taste buds were like, you know what? We're tired of whatever you're doing. So if you could, we're just going to change it up.
I'll really mix things up, really jazz it up a little. I am not sure where I want to go with this. Let's just start working on the eyes because they're the most fun. And we'll shade. I'll shade with purple. A lot of people ask me like how I make my eyes look so interesting or whatever. And I'm like, you got to add depth. I've noticed a lot of people just work on the iris and then they leave the whites like just this flat white color. That's not how eyes look. Unless you're photoshopped.
Sounding a bit judgy, Kimball.
No, I just...
No. Not you. You're doing great.
Not this guy. No, it's just... I mean, some eyes do look like that but it looks fake. Like
when you're in a bathtub under the water and you open your eyes. Has anyone done this before? It's pretty creepy.
Yeah, I got a photo of Rocky doing it. It's hilarious. I laughed a little bit when I saw the photo, and I'm sure the developing person laughed too. Need a little more red to that.
Missy says, Trisha, do you watch the TV show Resident Alien? Isn't that a guy from, what's that show with Sandra Bullock? And he's like, with a ladle. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
What is it? What is that movie? It's like where they're in rehab or something.
28
days.
Yeah.
Not 28 days later, but 28 days.
Yeah. I had to think about that. Just mixing all the colors. Why not? All right. Now, I don't think I want to go black for her her eyelashes. You know, I can though, because I can.
It's yours.
Exactly. There is a color. There are two blacks in this set. There's Midnight Black, which has a blue tinge to it. So I'll do that. It probably won't be noticeable at all, but you and I'll know it's there since she's got so much blue going on already. Is that it? Yeah.
What's one of your favorite memories with Jenna?
When we went to the cat place.
In New York?
Oh, also just arting in her room, like when she introduced me to art supplies. But yeah, we went to that cat exhibit thingy or whatever.
Mm.
That was fun. And we got like the subway was like empty. And we had like the whole subway car to ourselves. And we were just being ridiculous. Also running around putting like stickers on the...
So you're just naming like every memory you've had with her then?
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, has there been a bad memory with Jenna?
No.
Exactly. I was going to say also like doing the Han Fest was pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Jenna says heart face smiles.
No. Because those were the good times.
Those were the good old days.
Rocky and I were talking about the first time I met Noah, and this other girl that was with us, Maria, her dad was there. He didn't speak English, but it was on home tour, and it was the first time I had met them. And basically everyone, like Jenna and Rocky, like the whole home tour group had to leave, and we hadn't gotten our hotel rooms yet, so we had to wait in the lobby. It was awkward.
Which I am totally there for.
But it was just fun. Like I was trying a lot of the time not to laugh because I just think it's funny. But
and they brought you pizza and you couldn't eat any.
Yeah, I couldn't eat any pizza because of my surgery, and it was fun though.
One of my favorite memories from I don't know if it's one of my favorite. There were so many, but like one of the memories I have from our time in New York is we were staying
downtown.
And when he says home tour, it's basically a traveling makeover show. So we're going to leave it at that. But basically, we're staying at a hotel. It was like a residence inn. And it was my birthday. And Jenna had talked to the people at the front desk to be like, hey, it's his birthday. Can you like make some balloons or something? And so she was trying to do something nice. I guess their air machine broke for the balloons. So all the staff like blew them up by hand. And then I came into my room, and the entire thing, my entire floor was just covered in balloons.
That was so funny.
And we couldn't find our cat anywhere. I'm sure she was like, "What the hell is this?" And then as I was popping them, I was like, "Oh, I can kind of smell like people's breath."
I know. I was like, oh, little bubbles of breath. Okay, I'll use this on her glasses.
Oh,
actually, no, I'll use the black red glasses. So her eyes are like, let me use an orange and an ochre. We'll see where this goes. Ooh, is that? Ooh, that's broken. Careful now.
You can do it. Jenna says good times.
It was good times. So I'm just doing a little orange around the outside of her eyes. I need to bring brown in too, but I didn't have 3 hands at the time.
Sadie says, LOL, ew.
I loved living in New York. If I could afford it, I think that's where I would live.
It definitely, every day I had to walk to get the car or whatever. Every day I walked to get the car, I always looked up at the buildings. I looked around, and every single day I was like, don't take this for granted.
Yeah. I should have done more, but I didn't.
They had this really good cart just outside. It was like near the World Trade Center, but it was really close to where we were staying. And it was like a halal cart, and he had biryani, lamb biryani. Oh my God, it was so delicious. It was only like $7 or something for this giant
It was
to-go
so
thing,
good.
and he would give us like extra yogurt sauce. Oh my gosh, it
I
was
used
so
to
delicious.
get the Cotty rolls. Oh,
I remember when we left
so yummy.
New York, I had my car parked at like the IKEA in Brooklyn, and I remember we took the ferry.
Mhm.
I think Jenna was with us as well at some point, but we were doing something. It was like one of our last days there, and we were saying goodbye basically. And I remember I looked up at the clouds, and there was a giant heart.
Cloud heart, yeah.
In the, I think I saw the picture of it somewhere.
You should.
Oh, would it be on my Instagram? I'm so bad about posting.
Not sure. I don't love that dark spot that happened in her eye, but what can I do?
Nothing.
I know. I feel like I need to make either this.
It's Janice's birthday. She says a bit late, but my visitors just left because of my birthday. But all I wanted was for them to leave so I can watch your live stream.
Oh, well, it's your birthday, so you know what this means.
Happy birthday to you.
To you.
Happy birthday to you, Janice. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Janice. Happy birthday to you. Woo!
Yeah. Birthdays. They're fun.
The crowd went silent.
Well, I'm sure somebody somewhere was like, oh, where's I'm not missing out. I was like, where did that one go? Let's just add some more.
Jenna says, now that's a birthday song.
Oh, I hope you liked it. I feel like I'm just kind of like slowing things down a bit. I feel like I always try and rush, and I'm trying not to as much anymore. Like, I do that way too much.
Hurry, it's been an hour already.
Oh, God, don't tell me. No. All right, I'm gonna move these out of the way. Oh wait, I was gonna do her glasses with the other black. Then you can see how they look different, or not. I'm not sure.
That's some ASMR drawing sounds. Let's just move the mic in to hear that a bit.
Don't tap my pencil. What?
I don't know. I'm sure everyone's just hearing like the sound of the mic being held by my hand.
It probably just sounds like it's going. So for more quality content, such as this,
don't forget to like and subscribe.
And you know what? If you're feeling extra generous, you can share it and spread the word. I think it's weird that my videos, I was looking through my videos the other day, and a lot of them like top out at like 200 and some views.
It's all you're allowed.
It's just weird. I'm like, why that number? Like, it's really close. And then some of them are like a few thousand. And those usually are like the layer cakes are quite popular. Sennelier is pretty popular.
It's probably some things that have higher search relevance.
Yeah.
SEO, search engine optimization. Big
words, big words. I don't do that stuff.
You just need to draw like all Pokemon from the first season.
Nope.
In one sitting, Kimball,
no.
From memory, and then you'll get views.
Okay, I could draw like 3 of them.
Can you remember 3 of their names? Squirtle,
Pikachu, and that other one.
Eevee.
Togepi. Eevee too, yeah. I didn't really check to see if her glasses.
Charmander.
Charizard.
Blastoise. Sadie says, my kid would definitely join if you drew Pokemon.
Well, since I don't make my channel for children, because there was that whole shabacle with like kids watching stuff that they shouldn't be watching and whatever, the YouTube got really weird about it, freaked everybody out. So now I have to be like, not for kids.
Jenna says, mine too.
Well,
Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all.
Yeah.
I can't believe Pokemon's been going strong for so long. It was 20. It's been on for at least 25 years.
And now they're making a new series without Ash Ketchum.
I don't even want to live in a world without Ash Ketchum. Just kidding, it's fine.
I'm fine either way, really. I was gonna do something and then I got distracted as usual. So I'm gonna just grab this and give her a nostril.
Don't forget your buttons.
Oh my god, there's still like a whole other portion to this drawing. Now I'm feeling the pressure. I was gonna do her eyelids. Here we are, doing eyelids.
What?
Are you okay over there? Can't really see her eyebrow, but like it's there. We'll just make it the same color. There's an eyebrow under there.
Jenna says, wasn't Ash like 10 years old or something and just went into the big wide world? I think that's why I related to it so much, is because I started watching it like right before we went to
North Hollywood,
California, and I was
what
only
love
like 17, and I was just like off into the world. But it wasn't as exciting as Pokemon.
It's like the same vibe like that I love about Kiki's Delivery Service. Just like being
different
young,
world.
going on an adventure, and like not having to worry about terrifying people.
Just figuring out as you go.
Although she was like magic, so she could like.
What was the nurse's name?
Jenny.
Jenny.
No,
Nurse
Joy.
Nurse
Officer,
Joy.
Officer Jenny. Nurse Joy.
Because every city you went to, you had like you had Officer Jenny and Nurse Joy.
But they had like different badges on their hats and stuff, so you could tell them from where they were from. Did you know that?
Totes.
All right. I was quasi-stalling because I don't remember what my brain. What was I gonna do? Who am I? Where am I? What am I doing right now? Just wanted to give her a bit more oomph up in there. Oomph.
Denise says, I love how that outfit looks like denim.
Ooh, thanks. I mean,
she has fallen into the gap.
Oh my god. Totally meant to do it that way. I feel like her lips are like a bit not done, but like also I'm kind of loving it.
Is Gap a thing here? Do they have that in the UK?
I don't know.
For everyone who lives here, do you guys have the Gap?
It's very important. Because I feel like if they have the Gap, they should have Old Navy and...
Well, they don't. They've got Primark.
That's true.
Primark's pretty good, though.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a giant Old Navy-ish.
Yeah, I got nothing wrong with it. I just liked that the other store, in the stores that I'm familiar with, you know, how you can just get online and order stuff because you know your sizes in that store. But here, I was like, oh no, I'm either a little heavier here or...
Trisha confirms that they have the Gap.
Do they have the other one that I was just talking about?
Old Navy?
Yeah.
No.
Well, ruin my life, why don't you? Her eyes look uneven to me.
I don't think so. They look good.
Okay. Need to add a little shine to her glasses. Just the rim. I always want to do like the shine across her lenses, but I don't like covering up the eyes.
Denise says, I used to work at the Gap during an awesome commercial phase. During the awesome commercial phase.
Back when they were cool. I had like my favorite pair of pants came from the Gap. It had a stripe down the side. I thought it was so cool. That's why I wore your bucket hat, because it matched the stripe that went down the side of my pants.
Where did you put my bucket hat?
Threw it away.
Thank God. Why didn't you donate it?
I don't know. I didn't throw it away. I don't think I've ever actually thrown clothing away. Even when my clothes like rip, I always cut off because I have a lot of like, you know, pictures on the front of my shirts. So I'll cut out the picture and use that, and like the scraps go elsewhere. Usually I just throw in my mom's like scrap pile when I lived at home.
When you say you'll use that, what does that mean exactly?
Shut up. Like I'll redraw it. I want to redraw my nerd shirt.
You should do that.
Make one, but all right. I think I'm ready for this. Oh, hello. She needs a little highlight in her eye. Like I was going to. I don't know if I did that right. I don't usually draw highlights like that.
That's fine. Do something different, Kimball.
Well, it freaks me out.
Why?
I don't know.
Pretend she's got a ring light going on. It's fine.
Okay, I'm all. What was I talking about? Oh my god, it was like super important. It doesn't matter. All right, I think
Old shirts.
I'm done with
keeping them, redrawing the nerd shirt.
Yeah, I think I was past that though. All right, moving on to stampies. I haven't tried this stamp technique. I'm sure other people have. I'm feeling like it'll work. I just need to wash my stamps well. I haven't used these. I've only used a couple of these stamps. So,
well, Janice likes how the denim and baggy clothes are coming back into style, which means it's good that she didn't throw any of hers away. Because now she can use them again.
I'm not a fan of baggy clothes. Except I'm wearing like the baggiest outfit I own.
I know, I was like, aren't you?
But I used to wear like wide leg jeans and like loose jeans and stuff when I was a kid. But now I'm like, no.
When I went into 7th grade, my sister, it was like, I had to go shopping for new clothes for school. And it was like a whole new school because I was leaving elementary school. And my sister was like, don't worry, I got you. We'll get you really cool clothes.
Why would you ever believe this coming from your sister?
I don't know. I wanted to think she had my best interest. But
Cool.
then she made me buy these like size 42 huge brown corduroy pants.
I like how you're like huge and like they barely fit me.
No, I mean they were just so big. I had like
he was like size 29.
Yeah, like when I turn sideways, people think I'm floating. That's how small my legs are. So it's like
that's not true. So I want to try. Okay, actually, first before I get real experimental with myself, I'm gonna try this as just like a button right there, but that's like kind of big.
So,
but I don't know how I'm gonna make it work because I'm also missing my white. Nope, I got it. Let's see if that'll work. This may or may not work, but I have white ink.
Well, everyone just take a screen cap so you can remember the fun times.
Well, it's not a huge thing. And it's like I can paint over it, like, or I can draw over it, or I can do something over it.
But it will never be the same as it is now.
It's just going like right there. It's
okay.
not huge. I don't even know if this ink is still moist because it's like 20 years old. Not 20 really, but
double dip it.
Ew, I haven't used these stamps. Yeah, so should I do a practice one or should we just...
I mean, no.
Okay. Well,
I think the excitement of not knowing is what's going to get me.
It's what's going to get you?
Yeah.
Also, I got these stamps like super cheap. So...
Just shut up and do it.
Well, I'm just trying to like get the ink.
Trisha says, yes, practice one.
Okay. Well, and this is like gushy, like the pages are smushy. So it's like, I guess, ooh, put something hard behind it.
Here, you have this page that you did on the other book, right? You smeared it on.
I like how you just pointed at things. I want to use this, but it's so big.
Whatever.
Oh my lord.
Just slide it under, Kimball.
Well, I'm gonna move all these out of the way.
We have to reorganize. Everyone just take 10 seconds.
No, I'm just gonna try that.
Deep breathing exercises.
I'm just gonna go there for now. I'm not doing a test.
That's better.
I need to find a test paper.
Uh-oh. That'll do.
Well, I mean, whatever. Yep.
Looks good to me. Reapply.
Get it off the edges. I'm not good at stamping. How are people not good at stamping, though? But I'm not really. I don't know all the cool techniques, but...
You only got 5 minutes to save the world.
It was already, like, touching... I hope it's in a good spot. Well, that's cute enough. And then I need to...
Look at her go!
I'm just using a wet brush and cleaning my stamp off.
It looks like Laura Ingalls inside of a cameo.
Yeah.
I hear like the Little House on the Prairie theme music, and I can just picture her running down the hill with her little bonnet on.
All right. It's a really good story. I like that one. All right.
Remember at the end of Little House on the Prairie when Michael Landon blew up the entire set because he was like, no one will make it again.
Well, he's like, I don't want this set used for like less than wholesome filming. So used that stamp. Look at me using stamps.
I'm down.
All right. One down. I didn't really clean that, did I?
Don't you need the key?
Not cleaned very well. I was going to use it for an earring, but I drew it so it would be like weird. So no. But I do. Oh, not the same size. Okay. But I do need the other stamp collection because it's full of coffee stuff. And in our story, she owns a coffee house. So I thought coffee design on her would be kind of cute.
Trisha says, yay, success. And then Andrea says, love Little House. And then she says, I met Almanzo.
Oh my God. I think he was the one I had a crush on. Didn't he have a drug problem?
In the show?
Yeah. Or like the equivalent of or something.
I don't know. I have to look him up because I don't know who he is.
That's weird that that's wet.
Is this who you remember so fondly?
Yeah, I had a crush on him.
Almanzo, I'm coming for you.
And then,
baby.
is there a kid named Albert, maybe? I think I had a crush on him, too. I had a crush on everybody.
Maybe they got together. Let's see.
So,
Albert and Almanzo or whatever.
so when this dries, I think I'm going to take just a white colored pencil and just lighten the inside of that so it looks more solid. Right now, it just kind of looks like wire.
Is that him?
Yeah, he was a cutie.
I know. Look at him now, or then, or whenever it was.
I mean, he definitely has Mormon vibes. Like, hey, I'm on my mission. Let's talk. But like, I ain't mad at it. All right.
Is this him like way back?
Yeah, that was like when I remember him.
Okay.
These were originally for the key, which I'm not using. So I'm gonna just put them aside. Because what I was gonna do is do a light stamp of the key, and then I was going to color over it in gold, let that dry, and then stamp it again so it'd be like a gold key. But
here we are, not doing that.
No, because it would just look weird. Like it would be too weird.
I know. This is how we feel about it.
Okay. Exactly. So I'm gonna try this gold pen, and if this just blows up in my face, well,
take a screen cap, everyone. Remember the good times.
You know, maybe I will take a picture.
Just in case.
You just never know.
Make it count, Kimball.
Those were the days. Good enough?
All right, now we can do art in confidence.
So let's grab the little, whatever this is, acrylic black. All right, girlfriend. Well, my favorite is a latte. Oh, sweet and cake. You know, that's from an English speak of sweet and cake. Coffee shop. Oh, I was going to give her a coffee shop choker, but that's just too much now. I always do a latte, but I like to sit inside and have a latte. And I like my latte with a sweet. Do I like cookies or cupcake? I like cookies. Rocky's going to have a cappuccino.
Cappuccino?
Yeah.
Can I just pretend it's a flat white or something?
Yeah, well, it's a latte.
I want all that foam. I want the dessert in the top right.
You want this little cake?
Yeah, I want that cake.
Okay. Little cake. I mean, it was the top left or whatever.
Whatever.
We're all in.
Not on my screen. It's not.
Not in my screen. All right, let's start
not
with
my
those.
house.
Test paper, come back. Why would you go in the trash again? So
I know.
We're not through yet. All right, starting with, I'm not going to actually put the words on it. Okay. So, oh, this is too gooey. I can tell already.
Don't give up.
I can't tell what is actually stamp and what's not.
I can't tell where the ink begins and the stamp ends.
Yeah, I think it's a little too juicy. Juicy. Nope, that's not. You know what? Glad we did a test run. Just get that goo off.
Can you just do a white stamp?
I could do it white, but I have other things.
Such as?
Maybe I won't do acrylic. I have like an acrylic gold that I could lay out thinly, dab this and then dab it.
Dibba dabba.
Dibba dabba daya. All right, Stan.
Jenna says one of our dogs has just decided he needed to sit in the laundry basket.
Oh. Well, that's just cute. Okay, so I'm going to use a tiny bit of this gold gesso.
Whoop. It's like a Hershey Kiss.
And I need it to be smoothed out.
Use a brush.
Well, I don't want to brush it up.
Perfect. That'll do it.
I know somebody's done this, and I'm sure they've done it the right way, but whatever. Okay, that looks better. And we're testing.
Perfect. I think that looks really good like that.
Why is the back? Oh, because I got water on it. Listen. My life is a challenge, and you are all witness. Testing part 2. Like I said, these are not top quality stamps. Is that cute enough? I think it's cute enough.
It's cute enough.
We can get away
with it. Let's do it.
So a little coffee cup there.
Perfect.
Or do we hate it?
I can't even see it. So
You can see now.
Yes.
Do we like it or not?
It just looks a bit smudgy.
Yeah.
You can just wipe it off. It'll be fine.
It's acrylic. We'll just
blend it in. See, that's how that works. No coffee for you.
I guess I could do the white.
You could.
Or should I just
paint it by hand?
Or, stupid idea from Rocky, I can do a blue ink and just have it be more subtle.
Do that. Let's do that.
Let's try this.
It could just be that the stamp's also the poo.
Well, it's a very thin stamp. So, you know, it's fine. I mean, it still works. It works really nicely when you just have ink and like a really nice flat piece of paper. But I'm trying to be, you know, all
You're trying to be unique.
Yeah.
Unique New York. Unique New York.
Okay.
What if all the ink just like squirted out?
I'd be like, and we're done.
Good thing you got a picture.
I just didn't want to get to the whatever's the word covered in blue ink. Let's see how that works. That works better.
Go for it.
Rocky, you look disgusted.
I'm not disgusted. I'm highly amused. What do you mean disgusted?
I don't know. I looked over there and you're like, what?
Wait, I'm sitting here smiling. How is that?
Practically threw up on me. All right. Here we go.
Everyone breathe or don't breathe, whatever you choose. Rockabye stamp.
Okay, we're done with stamps.
Yay!
I'm like,
she's so pretty.
it's not meant to be, sweetheart. I'm sorry.
You can't even see it. It's fine. She's
Well,
fine. She's fine.
Oh, I can. It's like lifting the paint. That's kind of funny.
Did you get all the? Yeah.
I mean, this is my second go around with it, but you know, whatever. Ugh, I don't like that. There's like,
what?
You can't really tell. I know it's there though.
No one's going to know.
How are they gonna know?
No one's gonna know.
How are they gonna know? Throw that piece of paper away. I tried. I'm just not a stamper. I don't know the rules of stamping it. I haven't played with them enough.
Catherine Sargent says white with silver accents.
Yeah, we're done stamping, Catherine. No, also I think they're too big for what I wanted for her shirt. I was hoping for it to be like a cute little, just little bits, but they're kind of like really big. And I feel like that would be...
detract.
Yeah, but also like forced. Rocky's like, we're done. We're done.
I'm getting ready.
Now I just want to add like gold dots or something. I want gold to be on the page somewhere.
You make that happen. I'm just pulling the camera down so I can get a different angle.
Well, I added gold dots earlier because I had to test it.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, they're very hidden down there. Hiya.
Down where? All right.
Little gold specks.
There they are. Yes. Go ahead. What's next?
But what is next? I was going to do something. Oh,
gold dots? I don't know.
No. I need to clean this up. I have like one page left in that sketchbook, and then we can do a little sketchbook tour. And it's like, I don't know what happened, but the pencil pages just got really smudgy. It's never happened to my other books. Where am I? Why is it always right in front of my face? Makes me feel crazy. We're just gonna adjust ever so slightly and go over this part here just to help separate it from the background. And then I'm going to brighten up the cameo part of it. You okay there, Rock?
Yes, I'm going to try to get a better angle here. Sorry, guys.
All right, and then maybe I'll just go over with this. Or is this just going to be like really... Oh my God. That didn't happen.
Laura Ingalls.
Screaming at you. Try that. That's what I meant to do. Total professional. And then I'm all...
Okay.
Looking for, maybe I'll just do black. Just kind of, make it look a little beveled. And a little shadow underneath it. But only on the hat because, well, I guess there might be like a little shadow on the hair. But whatever.
The way this stamp actually worked is really cool. Like when you get in close enough, I don't know if I can actually see, but like it did a very good job with all the little details. Can you see that?
Can you feel the love
tonight? I'm sorry, mind you, the lens is like literally on Kimball's hand right now.
That's fine.
Let me just back up a bit.
We're
back it up.
We're fine with that. Whatever. We're gonna call it good.
We're gonna call it great.
Oh, thank you. All right, put that over there. Craftorama. That was fun.
Trisha says, I think this was a very interesting and entertaining live. Heart sparkles.
Well, thank you. I think mostly it's because I decided to chill myself out. Because, normally I'm always like, I gotta do something. It's gotta look good. I don't know what to do. And that like psychs myself out. I need to just be like, you know what? People are here because they want to be here and like they can dip when they want. It's cool.
Like a stamp, they can dip.
Oh my God.
Let's see the piece, Kimball. Oh my word, Kimball. Another one for the fringe show.
Thank you. All right.
Jenna says, back that thing up. When the camera was closed, probably.
Back it up. You got
Trisha says, light tapping, don't rock your stamps when stamping.
Light? All right.
Don't rock it.
Advice. I thought you were scolding me at first.
No.
Just advice. Thank you. Thank you. I will keep that in mind because I want to play around with those like house stamps. See what I can do with those. Or I guess our house is also a castle and stuff too. But yeah, that'll be fun to make like little scenes. Hopefully I can pull it off. If not, whatever, I tried.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. So how was this No Snack Live?
I thought it was great because I had a huge bowl of oatmeal. Healthy, nutritious, delicious oatmeal.
Anyway, I would just like to thank all of you for hanging out with us. I had a lovely time. It's been great. Hopefully this doesn't turn into another sty. Gross. But yeah, like, subscribe, share, whatever. And we will see you guys next week. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. I really do appreciate it. I know there's a million other things you could be doing, and you chose to spend this time with us. So thank you. And we will see you in the next one.
Wow, he's gone all Bob Ross on us.
Now, let's just have a happy little closing song to end this live.
I'll hold the mic for you. Go ahead.
Thank you all for coming to the live. It's been fun. That's Moxie Joe. By the way, I don't think I told you her name. It's Moxie Joe. She owns a coffee shop. Okay, let's go. Bye, guys. Bye.